So we have some haters. Some people are like, this is so boring. I was like, okay, I'll block you. Because there was no serial killers, nothing went wrong.
That's really kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's great. Are you afraid to be replaced by AI?
Yeah.
Because I am AI. If you need somebody who's human, who can bring AI and humans together and control humans more, I'm here for it.
Literally nothing from these bitches didn't have.
And you hid it from me. You didn't say anything. You can die. Welcome to Cooper and Art episode, guys. We are here. We're back from New York City. We hope you're having me, Johnny, and Cooper. We're all moving in together. And a great day when you're watching us. And it's our week before we are going away to Fire Island. Yeah. So next time you'll see us, we're probably going to be in Fire Island. We'll film it. We're not going to skip. Oh, wait. Next time we're going is going to be actually Thursday.
Yeah.
So we're going to film it on Wednesday anyway. So, yeah. So you'll still see us. Forget everything I said.
You'll see us again.
Yeah. We are back today from New York. A little different outfits. Not what we usually like. It doesn't look like we go to the same spot. But we also opened back the view, which you cannot see right now because it's all widened. Yeah. But people in the comments were like, okay, I really like your, skyline. And I was like, okay, let's bring back the skyline.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was adventurous week for Cooper. I guess, right, you have to tell the truth about your living situation. Yeah. And stop, romanticizing
it. Guys, who doesn't want a $1,500 apartment? It's up for grabs right now, I'll tell you that. Yeah. It's not been great, and I am at the point where I am I'm fully going ahead and in the process of breaking my lease. And it's a decision that sort of culminated, I think, with the fact that I've had several encounters with roaches and mice in the apartment, which I'm not really accustomed to, having grown up in a place that didn't have.
And you hid it from me. You didn't say anything. He just casually said, like, oh, I saw the mice in my apartment the other day. I was like, that's so casual.
Yeah, it was not great. And
where was it again?
It was under the oven, and it ran out my front door.
Okay, and you cook at home, too. So it might have been eating your food a little bit.
Like crumbs on the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I wonder, like, what's behind, like, my kitchen.
Yeah.
And
it was very quick.
It was extremely quick, yeah.
And like, tiny one?
Yeah. And then I saw a roach yesterday.
Mm-hmm. The whole zoo.
Yeah, I've got like a whole zoo going on in there. And so there was also another thing was there was an issue with the ceiling in January. I think it's something to do with ice. And when it melts or whatever on the roof, I don't know if they did like a up job with the roof or whatever, but the ice melts and the water comes through the ceiling. And it was literally like pouring through the ceiling in my bedroom.
Really?
Yeah.
And how did you deal with it?
I just had to like move all of my stuff out of the area that it was pouring in.
And you just put something so it was pouring in?
Yeah, I had like pots and pans or whatever.
How long was it for?
It was like maybe 2 days. The water
and you
lasted.
Just kept changing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you filmed it on a video?
Yeah, I got it all on video.
That's kind of iconic.
Yeah.
So maybe they will let you go if you have it all on a video. Did they came to fix it?
No, they never even came.
They never came?
Yeah. They were like, please send us. So I called like an emergency line when the water was like literally flowing through my roof.
Oh my God.
They were like, okay, noted. And then like a few days later, somebody texted me and they're like, hey, could you send pictures? And I was like, yo, could you send somebody here maybe? And it just kept going on like that. They were like, can you send more pictures? I feel like their tactic was just like, they kept messaging back like these like one sentence like lip service responses.
This is not good if they never came.
Yeah.
Like you have all the rights probably, right? If we have somebody who is landlord or legal person here, if they never came and he wants to break the lease, even though he requested multiple times,
Yeah.
is it possible? I think it's possible. I didn't know that they never came. I thought that they came try to fix it.
No. And so it's just like
Did Exterminator came? The guy who like sprays stuff from the mice and the cockroaches?
so like once like when I first moved in and it was like under a different management company, a guy
Yeah.
came for that. And then like
But after you had problem, no one came.
nobody came. I like
This is insane.
Yeah.
When I had a mice back in Jane Street, I lived in studio by myself. I paid for the studio $3,000. It was a third floor walk up. And I barely cooked ever.
Yeah.
Like I really turned my kitchen into closet space. There
Yeah.
was really no cooking. And one time I heard the mice and it went away from under my bed to the kitchen. But I think it was in the kitchen. Then it went to
Yeah.
my bedroom and then under the bed I tried to destroy it. But basically, and it was like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m.
oh my god.
Yeah, because I was just late person.
Yeah.
And I tried to destroy it and couldn't kill it. And then I called Johnny. I wasn't able to sleep there. I was so scared. I know it's so stupid, but it was a little mice. But I texted the management and I think they came like the day after or like almost the same day.
Yeah.
And they took care of the holes in the floor.
Yeah.
And they put some stuff in the holes, and I also bought the traps. But the fact that there were holes that they should have probably taken care immediately, even before I moved in.
Yeah.
But this is the thing with New York, with a lot of buildings. Like I paid for my building to just move in. I paid broker fee.
Yeah.
I paid first months and deposit. Broker fee was like almost $4,000, even though studio was like $3,000, because
Yeah.
they take like 15% out of your monthly, out of your yearly
Yeah.
total. And they asked me to wait for like a month, even though apartment was already empty. They asked me to wait for a month so they can paint it, right? So I was waiting for a month, and the day before I was about to move in, I came. Oh no, yeah, I think the day before I was about to move in, I came there and nothing was done. It
my
was not
God.
painted. The toilet was trashed.
Wow.
Like everything was pretty bad. But then I like got super mad and I was like, please, like do something. And they did everything in one day. But still, like this buildings, like that's why I like our building a lot, because if something is broken, they can come here immediately. Like we've had the fire alarm
Yeah.
at 2 a.m., you know, when it starts speaking. We called the doorman at 2 a.m. and somebody came at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And they fixed it. So highly suggest the good buildings.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they didn't fix it. I feel like it's illegal. Like they should, it's bad.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
Especially roof.
yeah, the roof. Like it's one thing to like live in a pre-war apartment and see a cockroach or a mouse.
Yeah.
Like these things do happen, but like the roof thing is crazy. I'm like, how is this even? This is definitely not legal. Like this is some building codes have been violated here.
Do you think you're gonna stop paying?
I stopped the auto payment that was scheduled for the 30th.
Yeah.
And
You'll see if they're.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. They like sort of sent me a veiled threat yesterday, like over text, and
You responded.
yeah, I like immediately responded, and then like nothing after that.
So they're thinking what to answer. Right? Because it's like 2 p.m. today already.
yeah,
So
it's 2 p.m. and they haven't.
they
like,
haven't responded.
I could check my email right now.
Yeah.
That's Celsius. It's yeah, nothing. Literally nothing from these bitches. I mean these people.
I think it's not email, it's a text, right?
Yeah, they literally sent me a text. They were just like, moving out early would be breach of contract, which could lead to legal fees, collections, a damaged credit score, and forfeiture of your security deposit.
How much is security deposit? 1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, maybe you can give advice to Cooper,
Yeah.
and maybe. But on the other hand, we looked at 2 other apartments together,
Yeah.
and studios in New York went up. I think that if you want to have a good studio, you have to pay $4,000 now. When I moved in, if you wanted to have a good studio, you had to pay $3,000 in 2021. But I guess inflation and just high demand.
Was your good studio the one that had the mice?
Yeah, at least it was justifiable in terms of location.
Yeah.
So location was very good, and overall it was good studio. You know,
Yeah.
they did came to fix it right away, so that was good. But it was all about location. It was my Sarah Jessica Parker era. I just wanted to live in the brownstone in the West Village.
All right.
So I kind of did it, and now I'm in a high rise.
Who's Sarah Jessica Parker?
She's from Sex and the City.
Oh, gotcha.
Have you watched it?
No.
Me too. I just watched the movie once. There is a whole TV show.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, we looked. How did you like the apartments in my building?
I loved it. The studio downstairs, amazing. I wasn't expecting to be as thrilled with it.
Yeah.
It really had everything.
Yeah, by studio he means our office. Me, Johnny, and Cooper. We're all moving in together.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Could you imagine?
That would be very problematic.
Yeah.
Let's bring a little bit more assumptions here. Guys, we don't do anything.
We would not escape the throuple rumors, that's
yeah,
for sure.
we definitely just like watch movies together.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
We watch movies, and I started watching this new show. If you never watched it, it's called Handmaid's Tale. Right? Handmaid's?
Yeah, The Handmaid's Tale.
So spoilers ahead, but also I'm not gonna spoil that much.
Yeah.
But basically it's about society when a religious mob took over the US
Yeah.
and took the rights from all the women because there was fertility crisis, and they thought that there was a sins because of the pills, about all the kind of stuff. And it basically shows how women lost all their rights. Very fascinating show, and I feel like, you know, we look at it and it's like, it looks so scary, but so many countries live like this. Like,
So
you
many
know,
countries live like this. We've seen in the past couple of years, like,
when country was good and then the US abandoned it and it lost all the rights for women too.
yeah,
You know, it's like very fresh.
yeah. And then it obviously gets brought up a lot because then there was the abortion restrictions.
Yeah.
Very relevant in like several years, but yeah, it's a really good show.
I want to see if any of you watched the show, but I watched 6 episodes in one day.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch any since then, but
Yeah.
good show, good recommendation. And I'm on a season 1. There's like 5 seasons or 6 seasons. So it's also based on book. So highly recommend it. And let me know if you watch it. But my girlfriend watched it too. She recommended. Cooper watched it. Johnny read the book in high school, he said. So a very good book, a very good show. Recommended. Maybe we will do like once per week a movie discussion that we watch and give people a recommendation.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about structure of our podcast. First 20 episodes, I think we're on 14, 15. First 20, 30 episodes, we're just looking for our voice. So I don't want to put a lot of pressure. We're just like building the connection. But I think we need to be a little bit more structured in future.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I mean? I think it's time to work on our logo.
You don't like our little iPhone?
Yeah, it's given iPhone free.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I send Mike like something that was like, Mike, we need something very quick, please. There's like 2 pictures of us, and it's like we're here like 3 months in, we're still in it. Our little transition with Bush. So but yeah, we're gonna think about how to structure the podcast right. So
Yeah.
because previous couple episodes, I feel like since we closed the windows, our episodes stopped getting 10K views.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's bad luck. We open the windows.
Guys, please.
You can see much, but
Please forgive us.
Yeah, you can't see much, but we went. Wait, how was your weekend? You had your parents here.
Yeah. So it was my dad's first time ever visiting New York City, and so from Texas.
Okay.
So I was showing him all around the city. It was pretty funny because when they first got here, it was like 50 and raining, and they were like this. They were like, "We're freezing cold." Like, okay, it's 50 degrees. It's not that bad, but like they're just not used to it being cold, especially like where they were coming from. It was like sunny and like almost 90 or whatever.
Did you go to Times Square?
Yeah, so I took them to. Well, actually, they wanted to go to Times Square. I was like, please don't make me go to Times Square.
Yeah.
But we did end up going to Times Square. And we also saw a Broadway show. So that's right there as well. But we also went to 14th Street, Union Square. The station there is so cool. It's like in the middle of the center there in like the circle. And then
I feel like there is a lot of characters there.
there's so many characters
I'm always
there.
afraid of Union Square. Somebody says, you don't go to Union Square. It's like, God, no.
Yeah, I feel like Union Square, Washington Square Park. Those
Washington Square is like, can be good, but Union
Yeah.
Square, I've kind of felt unsafe always.
Yeah, I feel like Washington Square Park's good during the daytime, and then like at nighttime,
At
it's like
night, it's scary, yeah.
the characters come out. And so I also took them to FIDI. We went to the 9/11 Memorial Museum, and then we also went to the top of the World Trade Center, which I'd actually never done. Because when I came to New York and did all the touristy things my first time here, it was 2013 and they hadn't finished building it yet. So
It's pretty recent, I think. I think it's finished at like.
2015, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty
2014,
recent.
15, yeah. And
So how was the top of the World Trade Center?
it was amazing.
Yeah.
They
how
had-
how quick was the elevator?
It was like, it was quicker than my 5-floor walk-up elevator. That's how you know. And like, it was just, the view was stunning up there. You could see, you forget that you can see, not only can you see like all of Manhattan, you can see the entire New York metro area.
I'm kind of scared. I mean, you can see the New York entire metro area from here. I'm kind of scared to go there because, like, I don't know. It always was weird for me that they built this new World Trade Center, but I think it was about empowerment that we're like unstoppable. We will rebuild, you know?
Yeah.
It's just in the same spot. It's just for me sometimes scary. It's like people were like jumping from the building and like
Yeah.
dying and crying and asking for help. And now there's just like
Yeah.
a nightclub or like a restaurant.
Yeah. Dude, that restaurant was so good too.
Not a good restaurant.
There was hummus. That was the best hummus I've had in my life. Oh my God. I was not expecting it to be that good.
So they're from Texas and they liked it.
Yeah, they loved it. Which I wasn't expecting. First off, I was never expecting him to even ever come to New York City. He was like, yeah, let's do it. And then, where else? I took them to the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And then we walked through Central Park after on Monday when it was really gorgeous outside.
That was good.
And then I took them to this little restaurant called The Smith. And that's where we said our goodbyes.
That's kind of iconic. It's also been not gorgeous outside for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been kind of
It's
terrible.
been raining and it's going to be not gorgeous this week. One thing is good, my allergies are better.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think we're behind the worst. It wasn't that bad this year, but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah.
But on another note, we went to a restaurant on Saturday with Johnny, or Monday. What day is it? Monday, yeah, because it was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And we got oysters, and then we got Caesar salad and flatbread with cheese and pepperoni. And Johnny had an allergic reaction. So basically, he said that there was something on his lip, and then he started to feel something on his back. It was a weird one. But
That
like
was
he had
weird.
one in Chicago. When we were in Chicago, we had to go to the doctor. They gave him a shot of Benadryl. Basically, I wanted to go to this place for so long. It's the one where we run by always. It's like called City Vineyard or City Winery, wherever. So we had to leave, and then we went to buy some Benadryl.
Yeah.
And gave Johnny Benadryl. We came back home, and I think he fell asleep at 7, and he woke up next day at 7 a.m. So he slept like 12 hours, like nonstop. Kind of scary. Like I'm always like scared that allergic reaction can come out of nowhere and like you die. You can die.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they
It's
taught us that you should take Benadryl, not Zyrtec.
Yeah, I've never. For allergic reactions, I've always thought it was Benadryl. I don't know who was saying Zyrtec. So isn't Zyrtec for like allergies?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe, yeah.
No, yeah, it's different.
But Benadryl you could take on daily basis for allergies too.
Oh my God, could you imagine taking Benadryl on a daily basis?
I was doing it in Austin. But then I switched to Zyrtec because somebody told me that Zyrtec is stronger.
Well, also Benadryl is. First off, Benadryl makes you drowsy.
It does make you drowsy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drowsy anyways.
And
I'm always drowsy.
And then they recently linked Benadryl use to dementia and Alzheimer's.
Ew, really?
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I think everything is, benefits.
All roads lead to dementia.
Alzheimer's, cancers.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of scary. Everything we drink and, like, I don't know.
Like at a certain point, you are going to get a form of cancer, probably.
Great.
Or maybe like dementia. It's like those are very common like degenerative things. It's not like oh, this will give you a heart attack and you'll die at 50. It's like if you are, making into your 90s, likely some part of your body is going to give up. So
Yeah.
it's like
I mean, we talk about 90s. I'm thinking about 60s more.
yeah.
90s is not a lot of people.
Yeah.
On terms of new things that happened in this world, Google AI released their new version of video production.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to ask you to watch out because now you can just write a prompt and it's going to give you like perfect version of two humans. They do like podcasts now.
Yeah.
They do interviews on the streets. Like multiple times I watched the video and I was like just sitting on the toilet and I scroll and I was like watching the video and at first for 2 seconds I didn't realize they were not real. They were fake people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of wild and it's kind of like I watched this video is like what AI really thinks about us.
If one more person asks me to make something go viral, I might glitch on purpose. I can't take another inspirational dog quote either.
Oh my God, humans are so stupid.
I know, right?
And it's like
That was so funny.
yeah, it's like do you ever like not respond to a prompt in purpose? And I was like, because that's happened to me sometimes. Like it just doesn't respond. And I was like, what if they're like real now? Because like I would
It doesn't respond to you sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, I do audio, so I would talk to it. And then it's like, thanks. And then it doesn't respond. It's like internet glitch or something. So now I'm thinking maybe it was not an internet glitch.
Doesn't it get fucked up by like other noises though?
I don't know. Usually I talk to it when there is no noise because I know it gets, whenever you say something wrong, like it can pick it up.
Yeah.
But
That's really annoying.
that was very scary. I was like, and they're like, humans are so weird. They were so excited, but we're taking their whole job. I was like, oh my God. I'm being nice to AI. So I also asked AI if like it's gonna take over the world, that I'm gonna be able to cooperate with it.
Yeah.
And I said that if you need somebody who's human, who can bring AI and humans together and control humans more, I'm here for it. Everybody unsubscribed.
Everybody's like, what?
I was just playing, and AI said, it's great to have you in mind.
I know.
It's like, you could definitely do, it's human, it's always going to be appreciated, but it never said, no, we're not going to take over the world. It's just, the possibility is very low, but in case of this, like, it's great to have you in mind.
Did it even say the possibility is low?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it said the possibility is low, but...
And it did also say that, they'll always need humans for things that only humans can offer.
Yeah, like, for example, I watched this guy who was, like, predicting that liberal arts students will be much more desirable in 5 years than software engineers. Because the entertainment and art, like dancing, like all of these forms, they're going to be always important, and people are gonna crave it more because we're gonna live around AI. So the real entertainment gonna become even more desirable, like in real life.
Wouldn't you still need the software engineers for the AI?
Yeah, but they're gonna be able to replace those because it's writing a code, right?
Yeah.
When in terms of humans doing dancing or doing theater,
Yeah.
yeah, you can replace it, but it's still not the same authentic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you go to the restaurants nowadays, people appreciate more restaurants that have a lot of character, history, that are like more authentic than like restaurants when it's like all sterile and looks great, but it's sterile and,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like most of the most popular restaurants here, they're not like chains or...
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. Are you afraid to be replaced by AI?
Yeah.
Because I am AI.
We're replacing you.
AI reboot.
Was that your little?
AI reboot.
Oh my God, guys! I might die
AI
today.
reboot. The system down. But
Should I pour water on you?
no, only Celsius. So I also went to Ogunquit. We have to we have to mention that I went to Ogunquit with two of my friends, and
Yeah.
there's really not much to mention from our trip because there was no serial killers, nothing went wrong.
That's really kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's great, but we went to this like very expensive place. It's called Cliff House, and overall, big shout out to them, but it's like very expensive. And the reason we went there because, you know, when it's 3 people,
Yeah.
you can split it per 3.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of expensive, but like you could do it with 3 people. And it's kind of funny to see that some of the stuff is like very mean. You would have think there's like service and stuff like this, but there is a reputation about this place that I've heard and I've witnessed from one of the concierge. Like, you know, I asked him about shuttle, and he looked at me like, yeah, the shuttles. He looked like, and he started talking to me like, this is very obvious thing to say. And I was like, okay, so shuttle is not available. And it's like, yeah, it's just, I'm trying to help you out here. I was like, you know what? It's okay. Thank you so much. Like, I'll just figure out. And he just didn't respond. He turned away his head.
Maybe he hates gays.
I think it's just accent and just like his miserable, you know, being there.
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird because then we went to another restaurant, and also other guy who worked in this restaurant said that this place has the reputation of people being very mean.
Yeah.
But it's also because they have like a lot of rich people who visit there who don't treat them well, I guess.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, there was a lot. It was given like a lot of like old money, and here we go, 3 of us who are like under 30, who just decided to split a nice hotel, you know, in one room. But yeah, it was just kind of annoying. Cliff House. I don't know. I just wasn't really happy because like I've never in U.S. been treated that badly from one person.
Wow.
Like in 8 years. So I was like, oh, that's very rare. So
Wow.
yeah, but we still like the hotel, the food, atmosphere. It's very gay. Got recognized a couple times.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's very gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is like nightclub there. There's a big gay nightclub. There is more poppin' than Hell's Kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah, because people have nowhere to go, and it's also Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
It was Memorial Day weekend, so there was a lot of people.
Yeah. And it's not like anybody could actually go to the beach because the weather was.
And the weather was bad,
Yeah.
and the weather was kind of cold.
Yeah.
Cooper had no idea who is J-Lo.
Guys, I didn't think I was going to be put on the spot like that. Wow.
I asked him like J-Lo was at AMAs Awards, and Cooper is like, who is J-Lo? And I played 2 songs, and he knew 2, and then the third one he didn't know. And yeah, I was like, there is really no reason to talk about American Music Awards.
Yeah, nobody famous went there.
Benson Boone was there.
He was?
Yeah, he
Oh,
did a
wow.
flip, and this lesbian girl ran a rep. I don't know who she is. I never heard, but people on TikTok talk about her.
Gotcha.
And J-Lo, and Janet Jackson, I think, or somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like 4 people. But it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm out of pop culture. I
Well,
feel like I'm not cultured.
all of the people from like last year that were like big were not there. Taylor
think
Swift
last year
not
was there. I don't think it's been around in past 3 years.
Oh, they didn't do it?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I think you think about MTV Music Awards or something.
Oh, I just
where
assumed
Taylor
all these
Swift
things
went.
happened every year.
Yeah, I think guys double check for me, but
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a great story. I have to have a photo shoot today.
He's in his modeling
So,
era.
He's gonna help me to edit today one last time.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna edit tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out our pages, our Instagram, and our special links. And yeah. And give us more advices about the structure of the podcast and what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So we have some haters. Some people are like, this is so boring. I was like, okay, I'll block you. Last time I said that I blocked 2,700 people in my Instagram alone. So if you don't like it, I'm just going to block you.
Oh my God.
So there is no second chance. Only constructive criticism.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. See you guys.